And welcome back to the hottest hour with your girl, Ferguson, where I have what's hot in culture, the hottest topics, and the hottest interviews. We are in downtown LA in a dope hotel space. Look at this, as you guys see. And I'm with my special guest. I'm so excited for this interview. Please tell everyone who you are and where you're from.
Right, my name is TruRebelMigs, aka Young Mogul. I'm from Amsterdam Projects, New York.
Ooh, we from the same neighborhood. Yeah. Shout out Amsterdam, cause you know,
man.
How we get from the same hood?
What you mean? How we get from the same?
Man, this Manhattan, right?
Yeah.
Damn,
Sure.
shout out to Manhattan. How we get from the same hood? Shout out to Manhattan. So yes, so thank you so much for doing this interview. I just want to say, like, this has been a long time coming.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you.
I think this is a really long time coming, and I really am excited for this interview. Let's jump right into the interview.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your new project, Part 2, and your new single that has a lot of views on SoundCloud.
All right. So I got a new project called Part 2. I recorded it all last year, released it February 14th, 2022. So the single you're referring to is You Me Only Lover Them Nussy Eye.
Yes.
I put it, yeah.
No, that's a hit.
Appreciate it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now I put that out as like a little teaser. It's like a 2-track Part 2 pre-game shot, like, you know, teaser before the project, and then I dropped the project February 14th, 2022. So yeah.
February 14th, Valentine's Day.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
Valentine's Day, guys.
Yeah.
So, what made you drop it on Valentine's Day?
You know, the subject matter of it. It's like I'm touching with the R&B. I'm making love songs. I'm making songs about, you know, the female, and you know what I'm saying, like all those kind of feelings. So I feel like Valentine's Day was appropriate. You know.
I think Valentine's Day was appropriate because the Part 2 is for what adds to the Part 1.
Yeah. It's a prequel to Part 1. Yeah, Lust, Love, and War, Detox and Quarantine.
Oh
Part
my
1.
God.
Yeah.
Detox and Quarantine. How was that? Creating that?
Yeah, shit. I made that project in the crib. I got my own mic set up and, you know, a little set up in the house. So when quarantine first hit, I did that project probably like in a couple of days. So I recorded it from the crib, got with my engineer on FaceTime, sent them the vocals, and we were just on FaceTime, like going back and forth with the mixing and everything. That was a crazy time. COVID hit, everything closed down. You know, I felt like at that time, you know, everyone is kind of like locked in a interpersonal like circumstances and relationship.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like they either home alone and it's dry for them, or you know, they home with their significant other, and then they realize, man, this shit is so hard. Like this person is, you know, it's so difficult.
It's a battle.
Yeah,
like a lot of people felt like that.
Or it's like, you know, somebody might live with their significant other and they like in love, and it's, you know what I'm saying, it's going great. Or they alone and not living with anyone, they just like happy, or like, you know, become like their better self. So so that time I feel like everyone was like in their own like interpersonal like circumstances. So you know, I kind of wanted to like hone in on that feeling like quarantine hit and have to deal with your own, like, you know what I'm saying, space. Yeah. So that's the Part 1, and then the Part 2 is like a different vibe, where it's like, you know, you went through the quarantine, you went through all your growing pains and everything. So now you come out, everybody's outside, it's nice outside, and you just like, you know, you're a little better version of it. All of that,
Check it out on SoundCloud, guys. It has over 1 million streams. I'm gonna post the link down below. Like, so dope. So I just need to go back in time. Let's talk about growing up, because like, born in the Bronx, raised in Manhattan, like you said, we're from the same neighborhood. You know, how was that? Like, how did that impact your music, you feel like?
All right, so well, my grandma was from Amsterdam, you know what I'm saying? So my mother was
Your grandma still lived there?
Yeah.
Wow.
My mother was born in Amsterdam, and then when I was born in St. Louis, Roosevelt, we moved to the Bronx when I was like a little baby. Then I moved back to Manhattan. So just, you know, growing up in New York, especially Amsterdam, that area, like, you see a little bit of everything.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
so diverse.
Yeah, it's so diverse, you know. So it's like projects next to Trump Tower.
Yes.
So
you know who I'm working with right now? Hood Vlogs.
Oh, okay.
And they want everybody out. So I can't do it unless I have everybody come out. So you have to come out. When they send me the date, you have to come. You have to be there. Like, do you know when you come out, you know there's a lot of big people from Amsterdam right now in Amsterdam that live there that people just don't even, you know what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
So like you know, artists, entrepreneurs, musical artists like you, like that come out of Amsterdam that people don't really recognize. Like there's something going on there. So like for you, born in St. Luke, you know, kind of raised in the Bronx, but also raised there, to see the diversity, to be next to Trump, to be next to Lincoln Center, to be on a historical platform. San Juan Hill is just like alone, like blowing.
It's like you just gotta be adaptable. Things move fast. You know, you kind of learn different spaces and stuff. Especially growing up in the project, like you gotta deal with situations head on. You know what I'm saying? Everybody watching, so. It's like, you know,
the project.
Yeah, we build kind of tough. You know
we are built tough. We are built tough.
But
so like living in like the projects in that area, you could probably get discouraged. Like, oh, I live here, people live there. But it's also a flip side, being motivated. Like, you know, that's what when I was growing up, I was like, dang, like I want to live here.
Yeah.
You know, so I want to do these things. I know I'm gonna do these things. We actually seen the Trump Towers be built. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like, wow, look at our neighborhood.
Yeah. I got a little bit of experience with a lot of different areas. Like I kind of noticed I got my own little different like communities and stuff.
You do?
Like, cause like I've been through phase. I used to skateboard when I was a kid, like in Lincoln Center. And that's when I was probably like 11, 12, and then hooping. You know what I'm saying, on the court, and then getting in trouble, doing, you know, dumb kid shit that kids
You?
do.
Never.
No. A little bit.
Migs, nah.
I got some, You ain't go to school with me, like,
No, we
you
didn't
go to
go to
graphics.
school. I didn't go to graphics. I had a baby young, so I had to drop out, but graphics was definitely where it was at, though. You went to graphics?
Yeah, I went to graphics. I went to graphics. And, I almost got kicked out of that shit. I went to Gomplers, and then I had to go to, like, Infotech and things.
So you was changing schools. So after high school, was music something that you always wanted to do?
Not necessarily like being an artist. I always kind of wanted to like be involved. You know, me and T-Tom, like T-Tom used to like be the rapper, Noel used to be the rapper. Right.
And, shout out to T-Tom, shout out to Noel.
Yeah,
they're really dope.
Yeah, so like I was like part of the help, you know what I'm saying? Like trying to be management or whatever when I'm like 16 years old. So me and T-Tom putting our bread together, trying to make something happen, but we be 16. But like it was dope experience. Like we had some shows and stuff, you know, we used to go upstage and shows, all that. There's so much stuff that like we were trying to do, but we didn't really like know what we were doing. You know, I had no idea what I was doing. So, but you know, I like we be smoking in the crib and we freestyle whatever. I used to freestyle with them and stuff. But I never was like I'm gonna be the rapper. Like I never wanted to be like the.
It's always like that, and you know that you're like the best one after a while. You just really know not like the best one because you do don't take it because
fire.
You know, fire. Fire. But I'm just saying, like most of the time when you're like, I don't think it's me, it's you. You know what I'm saying? And your friends are gonna always support you, like you know, and they know that they'll know, like you know, they were probably the ones. They were the ones in the front. You know what I'm saying? So then when you came, they probably was like, yo, bro, what's up, like.
We always. I just spoke to T-Tom like this week too. He was just like telling me he was really listening to the project, and he was like, bro, like you really sliding on it.
No,
it's like a finesse slide, like cause T-Tom like he bars up and that's what he listens to, he listens for. So we always got that. Me and him got that respect for each other. Like we know. If we spin, we writing, like it's surgical.
Right, it's killer time. Like we about to go down.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm like surprised that, you know, music has been your takeover because like, you know, me seeing you growing up, doing the military thing, you know, really giving back to the world. giving back to the world, not just the community, guys, to the world, and really getting out there and putting yourself out there.
Yeah.
How is that transition coming from, you know, being in the military to music?
Yeah, shit, military, I gave some time, man.
Oh yes, you did. I seen you. Remember you had the suits on?
Yeah.
You was with the homies, like not with the homies,
yeah.
but you was with the you was there.
Yeah. I want to say like my whole intent with like, because I was in the Marine Corps, so my whole intent with being in the Marine Corps when I was young, I went in as an opportunity for me to get some like experience, you know what I'm saying, like a leadership role experience, because I was responsible for a lot, like at a young age when I went there, you know what I'm saying. Like, and you know, it's cutthroat, like in the military, in the Marine Corps especially, like if you don't have the answer to a question, like your ass getting chewed out.
Right.
You have to really be on your P's and Q's, you know what I'm saying. So as far as like that experience, it's like I used everything that I learned there and applied it to like my own brand now, you know what I'm saying. So it's like when I got a rollout on a project or, you know, some visuals or whatever, it's like so many things beneath the surface of the iceberg, you know, that people don't see on the surface that has to get done, that I definitely like took from the military.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
I agree. Like even what you seeing, I don't know if you ever shot anybody or killed anybody, but even I don't know. I don't even think about it, because even me thinking about it, I'm getting a little anxiety. Like, oh my God, I have to go out there. But not only that, like you probably could have flipped it around, you know. And so let's talk about your writing process.
Mm-hmm.
So what is that process like when you get into the studio?
Shoot, it changes. It's never the same, you know.
Well, with the last project, let's say with the last project,
I could go through the whole, like, you know, just
you can go through the whole
thing. So like, all right, so you know, when I first started making music, real barred up, triple entendre, driven storytelling, all that. So I was like real, you know, surgical with the pen. I would sit down and actually write, like physically, you know what I'm saying?
Right, and is that the first single, your first single or your first project? You just like,
well, yeah, the first project, first single, like while I'm rapping, it's like I would. At that point in time, I would like have to be locked in, focused, quiet. Like I didn't like, you know, distractions in the studio or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? I would be real patient. I'd take my time. I wouldn't take I wouldn't write something like real quick. And sometimes I'd be sitting on things for, you know, weeks, you know? So that would be like, you know, my first couple projects where I'm, you know, real barred up on the rapping. As I evolved and like quarantine came about and I started experimenting with different sounds, started like singing, started like coming in with R&B elements.
Yes.
You know, it went from just sitting down, focusing on the writing to like more improvising and punching in, you know, going with like my vibe and like sitting on my vibe and not really writing as much. Like I would write like a hook to start and a concept, and then I wouldn't be scared to kind of like race the clock in my studio to just punch in what I'm feeling. And then my experience as well. So while I was doing that, I was in Atlantic Records. You know what I'm saying? Like I had a homie in Atlantic Records. He was an engineer. So what he would do was like he was sneaking me in. I was writing reference tracks for placements. You know, I was writing for placements.
Wow.
So I would be in there writing, you know, three songs a day type shit. You know what I'm saying? So like
getting it going.
Collaborating too. Like as I started collaborating, just having to come up with stuff on the spot, like it just helped my speed. You know what I'm saying? And being able to like now I'm like if I hear a certain sound, I could just go right into that sound. So I could be on a rap mode and then I'll hear some like R&B and I'll just go right into that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I really just you know, like quick, you know what I'm saying? But this last project, I want to say like 60% of it was not written. Like even the hooks, like, you know, it was just
off the top.
I would go in because my conceptual process is like, you know, I would come up with a concept on a project like based on like my life activities for real.
Yes.
So I would kind of like hone in on like my space, and then, you know, with this last project, I would just go in kind of like not much written and, you know,
just flow.
Flow for real.
And feel it.
Yeah, but now like it's different as well now because now you know, probably something you didn't know about me either. Like I used to play guitar when I was young, and I used to play piano.
Wow.
But that's.
So you still play now?
So it's like you know, when you're in a relationship with somebody for like 10, 15 years, but it's on and off. Like that's how my relationship with the instruments were. So like I kind of experimented as a kid with the instruments, but I didn't know I would do music for real. You know,
so like now
I'm revisiting it. So now like I'm playing guitar, like I'm actually incorporating like actual live instruments into my new stuff. So the writing process is way different, and like just knowing music theory and knowing like melodies and what really fits with certain things, and like creating from nothing because I got an instrument. Like now the process is just like way different.
So probably so much smoother.
It's different. Honestly, it's not even that smooth.
Not even smoother, because I remember I seen Whitney Houston. She was saying inside of the studio when you have live instruments, it's like it goes dumb.
Yeah,
it goes
like
dumb.
Because I'll be playing in my crib and like I'm making mistakes. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning. Like I know music there. I've been playing guitar on and off for like 10 years or whatever. You know, on and off like 10. I'll play for 2, not play for 2, play for another 2 years, not leave it alone for like 4 years. And so I understand music theory, how to play. So I'm still like learning. It's a forever learning process. So it's not smooth sometimes. Like, you know, if stuff sounds good on a track because I recorded it, I definitely went through like growing pains of trying to figure out and find like new ways of playing.
New ways to play, new ways to like really tackle new sounds. Like play with it because you're so versatile, you're diverse, like you've been traveling all over the world, going to different countries. You also went from New York to LA, and we are definitely going to talk about that when we take a quick break. We're going to come back and we're going to talk about your New York to LA experience. We're also going to talk about everything that you have done in the past, some of your features, some of your singles, your projects, everything that you put out, and what you have coming up next. So, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, stay tuned, guys. We'll be right back with more.
You want to see more, you better do me, baby.
Choo. Here we go. Girl, you not with me, you won't let me go. Always little smile, you gon' come and go. I can hear once, just come and go. Baby, burn me and then turn me cold. I figure you out, try to learn me though. I'm on the grain, got earn me, ho. I ain't gotta say it, but you heard me though. Everybody really want love for sure. All you had to do be 100 for sure. Now I never need 100 for sure. No, I can't miss going 100 and oh. Running rubber horse strip 100 for oh. I was turned back, so the 100 and them O's. Try to hold me back, but you love me though. When you hold me now, then your love won't go. No, it come around when it's money to blow. I see it green now, ready to go. Smash on brick now, riches the road. Gotta touch stick while I'm hitting the road. Cause I got stick to him, G the code. Now I'm rolling dollar when the V cold. Now I'm on track, but it's rational. Prayer for love, cause they seasonal. Hey, time come round we go. Girl, you not with me, you won't let me go. Always little smile, you gon' come and go. I can hear once, just come and go. Baby, burn me and then turn me cold. I figure you out, try to learn me though. I'm on the grain, got earn me, ho. I ain't gotta say it, but you heard me though. Everybody really want love for sure. All you had to do be 100 for sure. Now I never need 100 for sure. No, I can't miss going 100 and oh. Running rubber horse strip 100 for oh. I was turned back, so the 100 and them O's. Try to hold me back, but you love me though. When you hold me now, then your love won't go. No, it come around when it's money to blow. I see it green now, ready to go. Smash on brick now, riches the road. Gotta touch stick while I'm hitting the road. Cause I got stick to him, G the code. Now I'm rolling dollar when the V cold. Now I'm on track, but it's rational. Prayer for love, cause they seasonal. Hey, time come round we go.
Unforgettable family fun meets laid-back luxury at Westgate Lakes Resort and Spa, the perfect getaway to Orlando, Florida, one of the world's top vacation destinations. Ideally located just a stone's throw from renowned theme parks such as Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom, this beautiful lakefront paradise boasts extraordinary accommodations and abundant on-site amenities combined with exceptional value. With endless diversions amid tranquil, livable luxury, Westgate Lakes paints the perfect backdrop for all your Orlando vacation dreams. This Orlando resort is located within a 5-minute drive of the big 3 Orlando theme parks: Disney World, Universal Orlando, and SeaWorld Orlando. Best of all, complimentary transportation is available to all the theme parks, as well as to Orlando Premium Outlets, where you can shop till you drop at more than 180 specialty stores. With its prime location and world-class activities, Westgate Lakes Resort and Spa remains Florida's #1 choice for both leisure and business travelers seeking the ultimate Orlando getaway experience near Disney and other theme park destinations. So prepare yourself for a truly unforgettable resort experience like no other. When you check into Westgate Resorts, there's a lot to check out.
And we are back for the hottest hour. And I am still here with my special guest in LA, of course. And we are live. And I'm so happy for this interview. So let's get back into the interview, okay?
Yeah.
So what was it like going from New York to Los Angeles? What was that process like?
So I drove from Virginia to San Diego. That's what it was.
Okay.
Yeah, San Diego at first.
I like San Diego.
Yeah, that's when I was in the military. So like, you know, I was in the Marine Corps. I drove from Virginia to San Diego. I got stationed in San Diego County, Oceanside. Then you know, I did my tour, and when on my way out, actually, like I was actually driving from Oceanside, California, which is North County, San Diego, to Los Angeles to like record music when I first started actually getting serious with the music. So I was planning to, you know, stay on the West Coast, come to LA. So that's how that process kind of came about. You know?
Right,
Yeah.
and you were just like, this is where I'm gonna be right now. Like LA, when you got here, did you say this is it?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. LA was like, yeah, this is probably
So
where I
you
want to be.
would never go back to New York?
Nah, I'm gonna go back, you know, but it's like over the last couple years, 5-6 years of being here, I've like, you know, started like a team. You know, I got my foothold and my resources and everything. You know what I'm saying? So if I go to New York, like it's probably gonna be
for business
after I blow, like and shit is cool.
Yeah,
you know,
I mean you always have to go because family.
I'm back and forth
you know,
anyway. You know what I'm
so
saying?
like,
And that's hard itself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like I do go to New York, like probably not as much as I want to. So it's like even when I do go, I gotta like stop at New York, see fam like on my way to handle certain things. You know what I'm saying? Right. So yeah, but yeah, I'm definitely like that potential, like being bi-coastal, you know, being multiple spots that's definitely there. You know what I'm saying? So
definitely, I feel you. So your experience with traveling all over the world, how has that been? I know just for you, I know with the military you had to go, you know, also travel, but just with your career, how has that been for you?
A blessing, you know.
Thank God. Wait. Like, let's clap it up for God.
Yeah,
let's clap it up. God is good.
Count it. Like, you know, I gotta count it for real, because like there's like a lot of major artists that don't even get to do the stuff that I've done and been the places that I've been, and actually like, you know, work in the places that I've worked.
You shot your new video.
Yeah. I shot that in London, so I did a Euro trip. I shot that video in London.
So dope.
Yeah. So my cinematographer was out there. She's from Spain. And I shot the video in London, but the reason why I went to London was because I had to meet with one of the companies that I like do business with, you know what I'm saying, in London. They based in London, so I had some meetings out there. I shot the video, you know, met with some artists, met with some producers, and killed like multiple birds with one stone, you know what I'm saying?
And that was, oh my God, the video guys are so dope. If you didn't just see it, I just put it in the B-roll. I put a little clip of the video inside this interview, and it is so dope. I felt like I was there, but I wish I was there. Like, it was dope.
Yeah, appreciate it.
How was it recording that?
It was a process, like, yeah. But, you know, shout out to my cinematographer. She's dope over there. Anita. So she's on the credits. She's on the credits of the video on YouTube. It's called Round We Go. But
Round we go.
Yeah.
And then you see the little thing like going around, like Ferris wheel kind of sort of thing.
Yeah, that's the London Eye for sure. But yeah, the process was crazy because I shot 2 videos out there in Europe. So I shot that Round We Go video, which I just put out, and then I also shot a video in France.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't put it out yet though.
Oh,
I got the footage for it. So I shot a video in France. So we shot footage in London. You know, I got the car, rented the car, so we drove from London to France. Like it's a train that you drive into the train. You park into the train, it goes under the water, it'll take you to France. So yeah, we like I was in France. I went to like 3 different cities in France.
Oh my God, I can't wait to
go.
Yeah,
it was a lit trip. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, so beautiful. Have you been to Africa yet?
Nah. Well, I went to Tenerife, which is Spain. It's off the coast of Africa. You know what I'm saying? You know, so
but no. But I know like your new song, it kind of touches like on like Afrobeat.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I'm like, if they call you and they want you to come.
Now there's a lot of Africans in London. You know, London.
Of course.
And you know, I was here with them.
What sisters like?
With the man,
what? They like sisters. Like, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of family they do go to London and they come back to their hometown of Africa just to visit. But a lot. So I'm excited for that. So let's talk about your overall career and some of the things that you have done. So starting off from your first single, not your first project, but your first single, like how was recording that?
Like the first single.
FWAN. Yeah. How was recording that?
Learning process. I thought I was like the best rapper in the world at the time. You know what I'm saying? I listen back, it's still bars, but just you know, knowing at that point I wasn't at where I am at this point. It's been so much growth. But yeah, I thought I was the best rapper. I was trying to be the best rapper, like, you know what I'm saying? Super barred up.
Let's hear it.
Triple entendres and all that stuff. So
let's hear it. Let's hear it. Let's see.
My SoundCloud hit a gem for sure. I love SoundCloud.
Shout out to SoundCloud, because SoundCloud is definitely
my SoundCloud fam love me. Like I love SoundCloud. I'm engaging on there.
You hear it?
Yeah.
How was the sound hearing it?
You said what? In fact, that story, you know who was in the building right next to me when that happened? Jolly.
Wow. Oh my God. Shout out to the Burberry Bandit.
Word.
No.
He was in the, like, when I got out the elevator and shit, like, that's a
wow. And you know, they family story is crazy. So, like, even for them, like, you know, we all have, like to keep saying, we all have stories to share, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
We all have stories to share. So, just, like, all the stories we have to share and everything that we have to, like, give back to people, we don't even know how much we're really giving back with sharing our stories. You feel what I mean?
Yeah.
So someone could be listening to you, listening to 448 and be like, yo, this was a deep ass story. Now I know it should touch me. I feel it.
It's because that one gets like, it's probably one of my oldest ones, but it gets traction still, you know. And that's like, that pops up on the homepage of the Spotify.
Yes.
It's like one of my songs with the biggest traction, for real. Like it moves.
So what's your favorite?
Oh man, I can't.
Ooh, you can't even tell me that.
I can't.
You gonna make your fans mad.
It's hard to choose, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm in so many different pockets. Like, it's like trying to compare apples to oranges.
Okay.
And, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got a bunch of kids and you pick your favorite kid. Like, that's not fair.
I would have picked. I only got one kid, so I can't. You're right. My mother did pick her favorite kid growing up. She picked Rich. She really picked. She did. She took him everywhere. But then it was like, what about me? But so Last Days freestyle. Like, how was that?
Recording that. I recorded that. I was still in the Marine Corps when I recorded that.
What? Nah. You still in the Marine Corps when you recorded that?
Yeah, that's why I didn't have any facial hair.
Okay.
I had short hair. Yeah. So I did that video in San Diego. It was just like freestyling, spinning in the car type shit. That was like, I just was really on some. I thought I was the best rapper in the world. You know what I'm saying? But that shit is like real, like.
You keep saying
like
that. What if you
like,
are like one of the best rappers in the world? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you keep saying it, so it's like.
Yeah. Well, we all got that, confidence.
Yes,
for sure.
Yes. Gotta have it.
Yeah, for sure. And I wouldn't really do this unless I'm trying to like be the best like in the world. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely the intent, But yeah, it's like that shit is just like bars, pain, like that. That's an Onyx beat, you know what I'm saying? That Last Days Onyx beat. So I was really on that vibe, like that old boom bap, like dark shit, like, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I started off.
Right.
The music's like obviously evolved from now I'm full fledged, like falsetto singing and playing instruments and shit.
You've been doing it so much, so with the banger featuring Cashvilla and T-Town, that was crazy. And then you have Fish and Agua is on part 2, Round We Go is on part 2, and your newest You Me is
on part 2.
Fire, like
appreciate it,
like how, like, and you're not signed.
Nah.
You're an independent artist
Currently.
with your own company, True Rebels. Tell us about that. You're the founder, the CEO.
So just having my own label. It's like I gotta switch between artist mode.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like how?
Just staying on top of everything. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm always kind of looking at my own brand, my own self, and trying to like patch up my own holes, pores. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to find my own like inefficiencies and where I can get better at. So like I'll wake up 6 a.m, check emails, send emails.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, like living in LA. A lot of my emails go to New York and stuff and other side of the country. So LA, you 3 hours behind. So if you wake up late, like 11 o'clock, you in La La Land because it's already after lunch, on the East Coast. So it's like I gotta wake up 6, 7 to check my emails 6, 7, put out emails 6, 7 because it's already 9, 10, on the East Coast. So just like the label side of things, like just discovering that the music is like actually really, really corporate, you know what I'm saying? So this shit is really like 90% business, 10% music.
It's like really business.
So and like I try to focus on, putting out the best content and creating the best like music that I can, you know what I'm saying, as well. So I put a lot of effort into there, but once it's on wax, like I'm just straight mobile mode, like business mode. So it's very corporate. A lot of.
But that's what you're saying, Young Mogul.
Yeah, facts.
And with the merch, you had shirts, you had, I was what you had, but like you had the shirts, you had some masks, now you have your water. So tell us about the bottled water.
So I got a bottled water company. It's called Fish and Agua. So I have my own natural spring water.
Right.
I should have brought it here, but
it's okay. I'm gonna drop a little Fish and Agua right here.
Yeah. So it's named after one of the songs on the project, Fish and Agua, and it was kind of like to answer these questions of like, how can I be more attractive to like a talent agency, a booking agency, stuff like that. How could I actually like make income outside of the music? Because with music, and it ties into the True Rebels and the label stuff.
Yes.
We do streams, so they pay cents on the dollar. Like you gotta have millions. I got 10 million streams, but
you have a lot of streams.
You gotta have like millions to make something like significant. You know what I'm saying? Like Spotify pay out $4,300 per million.
That's dope.
And Apple pay like $5,800 per million.
You got some thousands.
But it's like when you thinking of like the volume of like you pushing
this
out,
project is
the pay is like in music is not really compensatory for like when you pushing out volume. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So my bottled water was a way to kind of like put QR code to single. So now if I sell a bottle of water, that's like the equivalent of me moving a single. Someone's getting exposed to the song because it's on QR, and it's a way for me to make income. But like people are not really thinking about that transaction. Like it's less than $5 per bottle. Like every artist does merch. You have to compete with other brands to put it on their chest. Someone has to decide not to wear their favorite vegan or whatever shirt to wear your merch to support. And not everyone has $30, $40, $50, $70 for like hoodies and shirts. And you got to manage sizes. It's like it's a whole bunch of things. So the aficionado development was more of me just like answering some of these questions, like these inefficiencies that I had, you know what I'm saying? Because yeah, the True Rebels with the label stuff, it's the streams are cents on the dollar,
right.
and the streams, like a lot of independent artists, you know, they focus on streams, getting on the DSPs, but there's like a whole side that is just like people are not aware of,
right.
like when it comes to the publishing.
It's always something with this business.
So, it's so many.
Shit start popping out of nowhere. Like, did you do this? Did you do this? Like,
I honestly, like, as much music is in my catalog.
Yes.
You know, you would think like I worked hard on the music, which I did, writing music, but I probably do more paperwork than I do music, like writing music. I'm sending more email, putting more. It's you know what I'm saying? Like music is an asset. You have to manage that asset. It's intellectual property.
So if you guys take anything from this interview, just know that do this music thing. Yeah. You gotta know the business.
Yeah. Read. Even if I would say like, even if you get in with a distribution company that's like for quantity and not quality, like like you know the CD Babies, DistroKid, United Mad, they got the bulk of the market. So they have a lot of artists. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of these websites that just push, like you hit submit, push, boom, like you don't ask any questions. Right. But even those sites, like the way I learned was I would read my contract. Correct. You know what I'm saying? So there's like so much information in the contract that I found.
Oh my God.
And it started being like rabbit hole after rabbit hole after rabbit hole of just like damn. So now it's like so many accounts that I got, you know, so many like different companies, and that's how I landed in London. You know what I'm saying? Like,
doing good business.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what's up. I'm so proud of you. So before I let you go, can you tell everyone where they can find you at? We know where we can find you because we found you, but where everyone can find you, what's some of the new things that you're working on, some new projects, and you know what's coming up?
So my name is TruRebelMigs, TruRebel
on Instagram,
space
on everywhere.
Everything, you know what I'm saying? Like it's very easy to find me if you just Google me. I'm on every platform. As far as like career right now, you know, I'm pushing the water. And I'm not gonna, like right now, the music's at a space where, you know, me and my management, shout out to AR, like we bringing deals on the table right now. So like right now I'm actually like been speaking to, having meetings, and I got contracts that I'm looking at, like, you know what I'm saying? So
I'm really proud of what you're doing, and anything you wanna leave us with, any like exclusives? Can you tell us like what deals are kind of like on that? Like, you can't tell us what deals are like.
Yeah, it's like a couple like distribution companies, like some big ones, you know. And I'm able to get like a peek behind the curtain, like through these meetings, and you know, some of them have been like showing me certain information. Like I'm just like, wow, it gets deep.
It gets real deep. So that's so dope. I'm so happy for you. So thank you so much, you guys, for tuning into the show. Thank you so much, TruRebelMigs. Like, I'm proud right now, but you know, I'm proud of the show. Stay tuned. Next week, guys, I'm gonna have the hottest guest on my show. You guys know that I'm gonna bring the hottest guest to you guys. Tune in next week. It's lit, guys, and stay tuned. You never know who I'm gonna have next.
All right.
Okay. Bye.
Peace.